5,
4, 3,
I'm right on
2.
time.
He's right on time.
Perfect.
I'm right
He took
here.
a pre-show pee.
and we're live. How we doing?
What's going on, buddy?
Buddies. That's the catchphrase. He said it.
Oh, Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Some Coke?
Jinx, you owe me some Coke.
I got some blow in my drawer. Sophie, what's up?
What's up, man? How are you?
How you doing?
Episode 212. How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Doing just as well.
I'm doing
I'm
better
doing
now than
good.
I'm having my fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks? You gotta have the fruit
yeah.
snacks. A lot to talk about today.
My bad. My bad.
day in
Yeah, right, my fault. My bad.
A lot of stuff.
A lot to talk about today.
Stuff to talk about.
Let's get into it.
And then your knee was there.
You dropped the fruit snacks?
Is he choking already? No. Uh-oh.
Are you good?
It's a water.
Oh, no. God.
Weird Wednesday. Most people, water would help someone, but he's got like a 50.
He'll choke on the water, too.
Do you know the Heimlich?
Who knows?
Big Nick dies live on air.
One of those.
CPR guy. Everyone,
like
it's
a little
okay.
A little.
Thanks for being a big fan.
Alrighty, so Nick is currently choking on some fruit snacks for our listeners
Seems
out
like Nick
there.
inhaled one, so. Yeah, he says it went down the wrong pipe.
All right, Nick is dying
Alrighty.
live on air.
While Nick is dying live on
Tape in my hand. False alarm. Good.
Alright.
He said nothing can kill Big Nick.
he's a survivor.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Alright.
Just give me a few minutes here.
Someone else.
We'll
I'll do
delay
it.
the intro today.
I'll do the intro today. I haven't done it my entire time here.
You know
I've
what?
never been given
I'm
the.
fine with that.
I have never been allowed to do the intro.
and subscribe. Yeah, or Doug can do it because he definitely has it memorized.
All right. It's 2:12, right?
Most certainly is.
Show's getting started.
Alright, Johnny. Hit us with the intro. For the love of
Welcome to
God.
episode 212 of In the Pit. The show's getting started.
Alrighty. Hit us with the
You're missing
intro.
something.
What, the intro?
Yeah.
Am I doing the full intro?
Hit us with the intro. For the love of God.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay, that's what
going
it
for.
is.
Johnny, I need a minute.
I think Nut should do that part. Nut,
No, you want to give the.
Will someone hit us with the intro?
All right, here we go. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn your notifications on so when our videos come out, you get them. We had a new Office Games that came out last night. We got a
no,
snack.
it comes out tonight.
Snack time came out.
Snack time came out.
Games.
Come on.
Office Games tonight. Hey, shut
Isn't
up.
it a part of it to get the videos wrong?
We got Who's Going to Buy This Mug coming out.
Wow, he's nailing it right
yeah.
now. He's
But anyways, yeah, so let's get on with the show. Casey, fuck you.
Excellent job.
Didn't miss a beat.
That was
Got new
good.
sports nuts out today, too.
Yeah.
big stuff.
Big stuff. New York Jets, was it rigged? Dave, what do you think?
No, Broadway Joe is one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Just let the Jets win, goddammit.
They need this.
They're dirty cheaters.
Can't you let
The
them have
biggest
Super
cheaters in
Bowl 3?
sports.
You're really going to go back
fuck up,
50
goddammit.
years and take this away from them?
It was a minus
All the
18.
mailmen back
It was a
then.
minus 18 spread. They obviously cheated.
They were only playing against mailmen.
They were playing against milkmen.
Alrighty. Johnny, we're starting off with MLB update
Yeah,
today. Is there a
busy
reason?
night.
Yeah.
Busy night in
Crazy
baseball.
day.
Okay.
So a lot of players decided to get naked last night on the field.
Oh, yeah. It must be the money.
So it all started last night in the Nats-Phillies game, actually, with Max Scherzer and Joe Girardi. Those two went head-to-head last night. Max Scherzer got checked in the first. So they're now, I don't know if you guys seen, but like they're checking every pitcher as they walk off the mound. So if you're a starter, they check you after the first inning generally, or they check you after a random inning. And then relievers get checked after they finish their inning or after they finish their appearance. And they just walk off the field. The umpires ask them to take off their hat, take off their glove, and open their belt so they can check their belt for sticky stuff.
Sticky icky.
The sticky icky. That's coming up later today, actually. His eyes widen.
No, I know. I already know what that was.
Yeah.
I don't.
What?
It's a good one. Never mind.
It's a topic for later in the show.
We'll save it, or just remind us to say "speaking of sticky icky" later.
Yes. So Scherzer gets checked in the first inning. He's walking off the field. He gets checked. He's not happy about it, but he gets checked and he walks off the field. Then a couple innings later, he's on the pitching, strikes out Alex Baum, and after he strikes out Baum, Joe Girardi has the umpires check him for sticky stuff again. And Scherzer is livid because it's mid-inning. He's being checked mid-inning. And so Scherzer takes off his hat. He's about to take off his pants. He takes off his belt. He's taking everything off. Girardi's yelling at him. He's yelling at Girardi. Davey Martinez, the Nats manager, is yelling at Girardi. Everyone's yelling at each other. And the video of it's pretty hilarious.
We can't show it.
We can't show it, unfortunately, because it's copyright.
Thanks, MLB.
Thanks, MLB. But
Yeah, you bunch of fun fucks.
so
Yeah, clearly they're based on everything going on now. They're clearly a bunch of fun guys over there.
so
Fuck you, Manfred.
So there's an interesting. So when it was happening, people were like the gamesmanship of it, like he was just trying to get in Scherzer's head. But there's a rule when MLB said that the managers can check mid-inning if a player's using sticky stuff. One of the rules is a manager will be subject to discipline if he makes a request in bad faith. Example: a request to intend to disrupt the pitcher in a critical game situation, a routine request that is not based on observable evidence, etc.
Yeah.
So Scherzer gets checked. And he's pissed. He's coming off the field after he finishes the game in the 5th inning. He finishes it up, and he's walking off, and him and Girardi go at it. They're screaming at each other. So Scherzer's walking off the mound, and he just stares down Girardi. And he's just like, they're staring at each other. Girardi, you're a manager. You shouldn't be getting livid. He's pissed. He's like, come at me, bro. Come at me. I think if Girardi wants to do this, he should have to stand in the box and face Max Scherzer, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Scherzer, if he wants to like come at him and shit like that. So Scherzer goes in the dugout. He holds up his hat and his glove. He's like, "Fuck you," pretty much to Girardi. The video is hilarious. I check it out. And then later in the night, I'll show Nick this video now because we were talking about it before the show started. Sergio Romo comes off the mound, and he's not happy about it either. Here's a video of it. So Romo's coming off the mound. He takes off his hat, his belt, and then he drops his pants so that the umpire can check. He's like, I got nothing on me. So he disrobes in front of the umpire. Yeah. So
This is going too far at this point.
That's just fucking ridiculous.
MLB is a fucking joke.
Max Scherzer said after the game, he says, I'll take off all of my clothes if you want to see me. I've got nothing on me. But Girardi said the reason why he wanted to check Scherzer is because Scherzer was going into his hair a lot during the game, and he thought he was using some substance in his hair. And Scherzer said, it was a cool night in Philly. The only place where I had sweat was in my hair. So I went to my hair to get grip on the ball. And he was using sweat and rosin, which is allowed. So he was like, fuck you, Joe Girardi, pretty much. Yeah. So that was
a bad look for a manager also.
Oh yeah, the Bush League look.
We have the video retweeted on our Twitter if you would like to see it. Girardi fucking freaking out.
Yeah, I mean that's Bush League for Girardi. How can you gotta?
Yeah, seriously, what's wrong with you? Like,
yeah, like if you're trying to gamesmanship this shit, like
here's the thing. I don't even really think that he was trying to do that. Like I kind of believe him in that. Like I don't know that he's just like he's touching his hair a lot or like whatever. Maybe he's just like hypersensitive to like any movement that a pitcher does right now. But at this point, like I get the pitcher's getting fucking frustrated with this. If you're getting checked like in the middle of an inning, that's just kind of ridiculous.
You want to talk about prolonging the game too? Gee.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
like that's
exactly.
already a problem.
Yeah. Like they want to figure out that problem.
Yeah.
And have this shit going.
Yeah, let's figure out how to do it. Let's just make the game longer.
Yeah. You know how everyone loves TSA? Now it's part of your favorite sport.
yes. I mean they look like they were being checked by take off your shoes, put them through the metal detector. You know.
Gotta take off those chains. It's gonna set the machine off. Beep 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 beep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I think they're gonna change the rules soon. I think it's bad optics for the game. Players are pissed, but I mean, the thing is though, Scherzer's spin rate was way down last night. So was Garrett Cole's. It was way down. Lowest Garrett Cole's spin rate been in a very long time.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing, though, too, is Girardi was a catcher.
Yeah.
So his actions of telling Scherzer, fight me, probably not good. However, from like what he knows of what pitchers use, he probably has a pretty good idea.
Oh yeah, he definitely knows what. I mean, Scherzer pretty much admitted last night that he was using sticky stuff, and he was caught using it too. I mean, the emails and the texts were caught for him using it. And like I said last week, I'm not surprised if he gets caught. And he was pretty much caught because there was reports of it happening. But again, 90% of the league used it. 90% of the guys used it. It's not
It's stupid. It's not a good way to try to.
No, MLB is just shifting like they did with the steroid era. MLB shifting all the blame off of them onto the players.
Right.
Saying, "Oh, look at these guys. They're the ones responsible."
They're cheaters.
They're pretty much they're doing a stop and frisk for players right now. It's pretty much like New York in the early 2000s, where they're just stopping and frisking all players. And it's to criminalize the players and make them look bad. Like, look at these guys. They're the cheaters.
Look what they're doing.
Yeah. So, it's MLB always does this where they don't want to take the blame for anything that happens in their league because they're cowards.
I'm just more and more in favor of just moving the mound back and letting them use whatever the fuck they want at this
You're gonna have
point.
so many more arm injuries doing that.
I mean,
I would think you would have less because then you can use whatever you need to like grip the ball well.
it's
while
not the,
still.
but
like,
moving the mound back. I mean, it will both slow down velocity, but you have to throw a little bit harder and a little bit further
yes.
to get strikes.
Real quick.
Yeah. I mean, it would only be like 6 inches back, maybe. So it'd be like 61 inches instead of 60 feet, 6 inches.
Right.
Or 61 feet instead of 60 feet, 6 inches. But,
It's just so fucking dumb.
yeah. Then in other baseball news and good baseball news, Wander Franco made his debut last night. And he looked fantastic. He went 2 for 4. I think 2 for 4.
Prospect, right, for the
Yeah,
Rays.
there's a prospect for the Rays. 2 for 4 with a 3-run homer in his debut and a double. I mean, his swing.
First career hit was the 3-run homer, right?
Yeah. His swing, he's got one of the best swings I've seen from a prospect in a very long time. I mean, there's guys like when Acuna was coming up, I was like, man, that guy's got a phenomenal swing. Franco's got that kind of swing. His bat speed, there was one, in his second at bat, he had a fly out to center, but it was on a 95 inside. The way he managed to clear his hands and get the barrel to the bat on that fly out was so impressive. It just shows how much bat speed and how much bat control the guy has. He's going to be a star. He's going to be an absolute stud. I'm so excited to see him play. So that's kind of the MLB update for today. Yeah, kind of a crazy night in baseball last night.
All right, then we had a wild basketball game last night.
Yeah, I wish I.
One of the
you know,
best
I wish
playoff
the game,
games
I
in
wish it
recent
wasn't on
memory.
at 9 o'clock and ended around 12.
It was so
definitely
good.
would have watched this. Suns beat the Clippers by 1 point. Paul George missed 2 free throws with like 8 seconds left.
Don't put the blame on him.
No, I'm
Don't
not. I'm
put
just
the
saying.
blame on
No.
him.
So him missing the free throw set this play up. There was
I got the full
not
rundown
even a
here.
second left. Do we have a video?
I don't have video of it, but I have all the plays that happened.
So there was,
Suns were down by 1 with 9 seconds left. They lost possession after a review. Phoenix fouled Paul George, who missed both free throws. The Malcolm, which Bridges is it? McCall? McCall. Yeah.
however you pronounce
McCall
it.
Bridges misses a shot, but the Suns get the rebound. And then, so there's 0.9 seconds left in the game. Jay Crowder gets the inbounds passes it to DeAndre Ayton. Beautiful pass from
I
Crowder.
will say, no, he was literally like, the angle he was at was like kind of slightly behind the backboard. Like he had to like throw it perfectly.
Really?
And it was,
With DeMarcus Cousins in his face.
with DeMarcus Cousins in his face, pass the alley-oop, DeAndre, and dunks it, wins the game. At literally with no time left. No time left. And they did this years ago with Tyson Chandler. It was literally almost like
The same play.
the same exact play. Then after the play, DeMarcus Cousins got pissed and he was like pushing Devin Booker and stuff like that. And then Rondo was like complaining about like how it should have been offensive goaltending, and Devin Booker was like, nah, like watch it back. He goes, there was nothing wrong with that. Like that was a clean play. And they're up 2-0 now. Clippers have been down 0-2 in every single playoff series this year. So you can't count out the Clippers, even though we were talking about this morning. They haven't played a team like the Suns yet. I think the Suns team's legit. They don't even have Chris Paul. They don't have Chris
Fucking,
Paul. They're so
what's his name?
good.
Cameron Payne.
29 points.
29
last night,
points.
9
Yeah, he's
assists.
stepping up.
The Suns are like the definition of like a next man up type of sit. Like if
Yeah,
you're missing
definitely.
someone, like you have guys that will step up. Not saying that Campaign makes the same impact as someone like Chris Paul, but he will do the best that he can to someone.
Last
else.
night he did.
And last
Right.
night,
Yeah.
29 points, 9 assists. He kind of did. So they're going back.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why should we not blame Paul George for missing
'Cause
2
he hit
free throws?
Three ridiculous shots before that to get him back
in
into
the
it.
fourth quarter, they were down by 7.
But it's free throws,
He had
and
his
you lost
own-
by 1.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been in that game without Paul George.
In the final 3 minutes, Paul George had himself an 8-0 run.
That's just those are big free
To get the
throws
game back.
I understand you can have a good game, but like it's free throws.
I'm with you.
You got to hit one.
He was 5 for 10 on the night.
Free throws if you're the guy.
He was
Yeah.
he was 5 for 10 on the night for free throws. They lost by 1. I mean, that's tough. I
Sure,
mean, he did
50% from the free throw
He
line.
had 26, and the next two guys was 19 by Reggie Jackson, 15 from Zubac. But like, yeah, if you're the star player, I mean, you can just hit one of them. That you get the alley oop, and it's a tie game.
Literally.
And not for nothing, you get that shot. Maybe they change the strategy. Maybe they don't go for the alley oop. Maybe they go for.
Oh, they have to go for. They,
Well,
I mean, if he makes
0.9
those,
seconds, I mean,
if he makes those free throws, the game's over. I don't. You can't
both
really.
of them, yeah.
Yeah, if he makes
of them,
both free
so-
throws, the game's
but
over.
I'm saying, like, if he hit one of them, 0.9 seconds, you can get
Pretty
a shot
much
off.
exactly
Well,
what I
you
get.
do the same thing if you're doing if he
Well,
makes
you can
one
do
of
the
them.
same thing. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
saying, but if you are in that position, you can think, okay, we can win it with a 3 or tie it with the alley oop. So it just
But
changes.
with 0.9 seconds, you can't get a good 3 off. You have to get the points to go to the overteam.
It depends.
When
It
you have
depends.
book, you
But
might.
I understand what you're coming
Yeah.
from, but it's still a chance.
I understand.
Regardless.
I understand where you're
I
coming
understand
from.
where you're coming from, but you're wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, after Paul George took the free throws, there were 8 seconds left.
Then
Then they ran a play.
And they missed. Yeah.
and they missed.
That's
they
true.
got the ball back, whatever it was. Yeah, so 2-0 Suns. That's pretty fucking sweet. I hope.
Sorry, I
that's
want the
my
Suns in
that's
the
my
finals
team to
anyway,
win it all
yeah.
now, so.
Monty Williams and Chris Paul created just the perfect basketball team because every player knows their role.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
know what to do.
They have a great system right now.
I mean, between
And
here-
DeAndre Ayton is a fucking
Top 5 center in the league.
He's
He's gonna be an all-star next year.
he could very well be an all-star next year. I don't know if I'd put him top 5 yet.
I would need to.
I'd have
rank it.
to.
I would
I'd have
think
to
about
look.
it.
I'd have
Wait.
to look. He's
mean-
making a case. I will give you that. He's making.
Who
a
were we
case.
talking about yesterday is not a top 5 center? We had this conversation yesterday too.
I don't know.
Was it Gobert?
Rudy Gobert is not a top
I
5
don't.
center.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call
If
him.
you give me a list of centers, I can probably think of a few guys.
I mean, you were
I'd
saying,
say
yeah.
Embiid.
Jokic
Jokic.
over Embiid for me.
I'd put Towns top 5. Carl Anthony Towns.
I would think.
Oh, I think it was
about
Towns we were talking
Oh,
about.
that
Whether
was
or
yeah.
not
We
okay.
were talking
You
about
don't think
Cat
Towns is
yesterday.
top 5?
If you consider Anthony Davis a center,
He's a 4.
Yeah. I'd
Alright,
consider him
well
more
then-
of a power forward. But he
Gasol's
does
the
play
center
a
of
lot
that team.
center.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Who else is there?
Exactly. Clint Capella maybe.
Possibly.
I'd say Aiton's better than Clint Capella.
I'd take Ayton over Capella.
I'd take Ayton over Capella for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, but regardless.
Also,
Carl's
DeAndre.
better on the boards.
You got Nikola
Much better on the
Vukovic,
boards.
too.
Yes.
I mean, he's
give you that.
someone that's really good.
I will-
Bam too.
Bam,
You
yeah.
consider him
That, I
top
think Bam
five.
over
I think
Ayton.
he's top
Yeah,
five.
Bam's better than Ayton.
But yeah,
Um,
so that was a crazy game. Then you got Hawks Bucks tonight, game 1. I think the Bucks are gonna win this series. I have the Hawks and Suns making it to the finals because I would love to see that matchup personally. I think the Bucks will win the series, but I think it's gonna be pretty.
I think the
competitive.
Hawks take game 1 tonight.
I think it's gonna be
Hawks
very
in 7.
competitive. I would love to see the Hawks win.
I think the Hawks steal
would.
game 1 tonight. You know what? Fuck, I'm betting money on this right now.
I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks are -7.5, so I mean it's a pretty large spread.
I'm taking Bucks money, Hawks money line tonight.
But it's probably plus like 250.
They might catch him off
265.
guard in this
265.
first game. I could see that happening.
I can definitely see it happening.
They've pretty much surprised every team they've faced so far.
Yeah.
So
Putting 10
Well,
bucks down to win
supposedly-
226.
They took game 1 against the Knicks, right? They took
They
game
did.
1 against.
no, so they actually that was the game they blew against the Sixers where they had like that massive lead.
They still won.
And
They
then,
still won
Oh yeah,
game
they
one,
did win
though.
that game.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
But
right.
they beat Knicks.
It was yeah, no, it was like a close. Yeah, they won game 1. The Knicks only won game 3,
2.
2,
2.
2 because it was
It
1-1.
was MSG.
Because that's when Trey said, I'll see you in the A.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, crazy stuff. Bucks Hawks tonight gonna be interesting. And then next thing for the NBA, the draft lottery was last night.
Yeah.
And
Cade Cunningham, welcome to Irrelevance.
yeah, welcome to Detroit, Cade Cunningham. So Detroit Pistons,
okay
they
with
got the
that.
number 1 pick in the
Yeah,
draft.
these are good. I mean, you get the number
I
1
think
pick in the
that's
draft.
no. Honestly, I was thinking this. The Pistons are like they're putting together a really nice young squad.
I mean, between Bay
They
and
had 2 guys make the All NBA, the All Rookie team: Sadiq Bey and Isaiah Stewart. You have
No,
Killian
they're just
Hayes.
young.
Killian
They'll
Hayes.
come up at some point.
They're going to come up, and now you're going to get Cade Cunningham, who is the best prospect in the draft, and who I think is going to be really good. They got some. I mean, not now. Like in a few years, I think they.
I mean, they do have Dwayne Casey as coach, who is a good coach.
He is, absolutely.
So
is.
I think they have potential. They have a bright future.
I think so,
I'm happy
too.
the Pistons got the pick.
Everyone's shitting on the Pistons, but I don't know. I don't think they're as much of a sad sack franchise right now as like the Rockets are.
No,
or the Cavs.
no. I mean, the
I think
Pistons
they're
has
much
some
higher
historic
potential.
relevance.
No, you know what the worst franchise is
yeah.
right now? The Orlando Magic.
Oh yeah,
They-
Orlando is fucked
What are they
for
at,
years
five?
to come.
They're at
Yeah, they got
7?
No, Warriors have 7.
Five.
Thunder also they got 6.
Yeah, they got
Thunder
fucked.
also kind of got
Yeah.
fucked over.
That's
But,
right. They have
it
fucking
went-
like 10 picks.
Yeah, it went Pistons 1, Rockets 2, Cavs 3, Raptors 4, and then Magic 5. That was
Yeah.
the top 5. But the Warriors got their pick at 14, and they also got the Timberwolves pick they got from the D'Lo trade
Yeah.
was top 3 protected. So if it went top 3, Minnesota would get it back, and it would be unprotected next year. It went to 7, so now Warriors have 7 and 14.
Yeah, this
I
is
was
a
talking-
good situation for
This
the
is
Warriors.
a great situation to be in. I was talking to Johnny a little bit about this. I think the Warriors can package Wiggins in either one of those picks, maybe both of them,
Probably both.
and they could get a very good forward.
It depends who they're going
Hear
for.
this out. You ready? Ben Simmons.
No.
No.
Why?
Why would,
Wiggins.
I mean, he's perfect for the Warriors.
Sixers might not want to do it,
guess.
but the Warriors.
He's perfect
should
for the
definitely
Warriors.
look into this. The Warriors, you give up Wiggins, their 2 picks. Fuck it. Maybe you got to throw in another pick for a future year. That's going to mean nothing.
But why would the Sixers want that right now?
That's exactly.
They're a contending team. They don't
Yeah,
need
that's
the
true.
Sixers
Why-
are
they
the
don't want
team that
young
would say no to
dudes.
that.
They're not adding young dudes
But just
to the
think
roster.
if the Warriors just somehow got them to, talk about it and just kind of get to the point where it's like, you know what, maybe this could happen. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Ben Simmons, Draymond, and James Wiseman. I mean, come on, that's a fucking.
I will say you
good
could do a
lineup.
3-team trade.
You could do a 3-team
That's
trade
also
too.
true.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can make
involve
it.
Ben
someone
Simmons
else
on the
in there.
Ben
get
Simmons on the
crazy.
Warriors would be the perfect fit.
I guess so.
Well,
You don't need him to shoot. He just needs to play
he
defense
doesn't
and
need
play
to.
make.
And
That's it.
yeah.
That's
layups.
it. It would be
Draymond just
perfect.
just give
Him
him
and
layups.
Draymond-
Doesn't have to get exposed.
Yeah, it's good defensive team, obviously. Like that's a great
And
defensive
especially,
5. 'Cause
especially
Klay's a good
as
defender as well.
especially as the Warriors age, and Steph, at some point won't be able to make the same kind of plays that he can still. I mean, I'm not saying that's this year, but as
No,
he
of
ages,
course.
and as Klay Thompson,
Eventually it'll
I mean, who
happen.
knows
And
what kind of
Klay-
speed Klay will be at this
Klay
year.
is not going to be as explosive as he used to.
No.
So you're going to need a guy who can cover. You're going to need a second defensive option now.
Yeah.
I think, and so I understand the Sixers would probably lean against doing that. I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking shit about Ben Simmons and him having not that much value. He has made the all-defensive first team multiple times. He's a 3-time All-Star. The Sixers are still going to value him to the point where they're not just going to.
No, they're not trying to just ditch him.
All right,
Exactly.
hear me out.
Like
hear me
the-
out. Here's the trade. Here's the trade.
Okay.
Wiggins, the 7th, the 14th, to the Bulls.
Yep.
Levine to the Sixers, and Simmons
Simmons
to the Warriors.
Listen, I like crazy.
Because
I love that.
Levine's on an expiring contract, and they don't know if he's going to re-sign. So it gives the Sixers a chance to re-sign him and get a high-scoring, high-velocity guy in Levine. It gives the Bulls a chance to keep Wiggins is fine, but you get assets this year, and they're like in a middling space right now, so they can get assets to keep rebuilding.
And they could use assets because they gave up that pick to the Magic.
Exactly.
Yep. That
And-
8th pick was their pick.
Yeah, and then the Warriors get Simmons.
Yeah. No.
I like that trade.
I like that too. I think, it's going to be wild. I mean, some of these teams, I think a few of these teams that have these picks are going to be trying to make moves, honestly.
Yeah.
The Magic have 2 picks in the top 10. Warriors have 2 in the top 14. I mean, something's got to give. It'll be interesting. The Cavs, too. The Cavs is someone I want to keep an eye on because the Rockets. So Pistons, Cade Cunningham's going to go number 1. I think he's only
Sucks.
going to work out for the Pistons.
Yeah.
That's a consensus.
Yeah.
The Rockets have Christian Wood. Evan Mobley from USC is number 2 projected.
Jalen
I don't
Suggs.
think
Jalen
they-
Suggs. I think they'll take Suggs.
on the draft board. So what I'm saying, on the draft board, they have Mobley at 2. They don't need him because they have Christian
No.
Wood. So they'll take Jalen Green or Suggs,
Suggs.
whoever. The Cavs, they have Jared Allen already. I can't see them taking Mobley. Sure, they could take one of the remaining 2 there. I can see the Cavs trading that pick. I can see them packaging maybe Sexton in that pick and getting an elite.
Why would they trade away Colin Sexton?
They will, I've been hearing that they are going to look for trades.
Why would they do that?
I mean, he's
I love
kind of a
Colin Sexton.
selfish ball hog.
He is.
But he's like one of their best players, and they don't really have much
but-
else going
but
for
what
them.
I'm
They're just
saying-
looking to tank more.
If
Like,
you,
what
well,
do you
if
want
you
to
give
do?
up the 3 pick and package him, I mean, you could get someone good for that.
I guess.
But and Darius
don't know.
Garland too, I think is also very underrated.
I think
I think he's better to build around than Colin Sexton.
I think Cavs should take Evan Mobley. Mobley's nice.
Yeah, but they have Jared Allen.
He's a stretch.
Yeah, but
five.
Allen's not like.
It's not going to
They
stay
put
there.
Mobley at the 4.
Allen,
He's a restricted free agent.
Jared Allen is not a guy you change your future for to keep
No,
around.
I get that, but like
Like if you can
They
get
drafted-
he's still a
they
quality
drafted
center.
He's a
guard
quality
the past,
center.
Like 5 drafts.
Huh?
Cavs. The Cavs only draft guards.
guards,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they have enough already.
yeah.
Yeah,
Evan
they took
Mobley is a
no,
good
they took
change.
what's his name last year? Isaac Okoro, I think his name was. The
Yeah, he's a
forward.
guard.
Yeah, he's guard.
Is he? I thought he was a forward.
No, he's guard. He's 2.
But regardless, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of movement. Honestly,
I think there's going to be some
there's
some
going to
big
be
trades.
some deals that go down.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty cool. I'm happy the Pistons got the number 1 pick. I don't know. I just someone different. I think they're shaping up to be a pretty solid team in the future.
No, if I'm a Pistons fan, I'm pumped right now.
Yeah, I mean you're going to get the best player in the draft. Cade Cunningham's nasty.
Yeah.
So good for them. And Ben Wallace was the one that was their rep, and he's going to be a
Yeah,
Hall of
I
Famer
like
next
that.
year too. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Big Ben Wallace guy, underrated all time.
I'm shocked it took him so long to get into the Hall of Fame. I mean, 4 Defensive Player of the Years, one of the best defenders.
One of the best
time.
defenders ever.
And
Much better than
champion.
Gobert.
Oh my God, much better than Gobert.
They almost got the same amount of Defensive Player of the Year awards,
Which is a shame.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame.
Anyway,
But anyway,
that's enough basketball talk.
and that's NBA
Yeah, I
time.
don't know. Master P wants to coach.
Oh,
the
yeah, that's also
Pelicans.
hilarious.
I didn't see this before.
Nick, you
right
see
now.
this?
Oh, we have a graphic for it.
You know Master P?
Master
Yeah, I
P.
know Master
Hey,
P.
former NBA player.
He wants to coach the
Had a
Pelicans.
10-day for the Raptors. He knows his basketball.
Should they let him do it?
No.
Hire him.
Oh, did you see during the lottery last night when the Pelicans, like number 10 pick goes to the Pelicans and their representative, she
She was
sits
just-
there, crossed her legs, she goes,
Yeah, she like
and
shook
she
her
was
head.
bullshit.
Oh.
She was so mad, and then she started laughing.
They just got the number 1 pick.
yeah,
like,
I know.
And the most
It
important
was-
draft.
They
Yeah.
really
In like
don't
the
have
best scenario.
Yeah, she doesn't have much to complain about.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
It was funny. It was funny. She
All
was,
right,
she was
shout out
having a good
Master
time.
P.
Shout out Master
Can't
P.
live with him, can't live with him.
All right, Casey. Speaking of,
Done with NBA?
Yeah.
All right. On to the Tokyo Olympics are banning fans from cheering.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
They,
Spit, right?
they announced recently that each Olympic venue will have a limit of 50% capacity up to a maximum of 10,000 fans. However, the local fans will be under strict rules. Those in attendance will not be allowed to cheer. They must wear masks and are being told to go straight home after the event.
Oh, go right home.
And they actually can't cheer?
that's apparently the rules.
Why would you waste
How do
your
they
money and go to
enforce
Atlanta?
that?
Yeah.
So it's fucking stupid.
Well,
They have masks.
COVID
like,
right now in
why-
Japan is pretty bad. So they're really bad on vaccinations right there now in Japan. So the rates are
Why don't they
spiking.
move him to a different country?
I mean, Japan doesn't want
wait.
the Olympics, but they're going.
Move it to a different country.
They probably should. They should probably put it here.
Too late
Honestly,
now.
at this point, it's too late.
Baby.
But I mean, the U.S. is the only country. They were talking about this when they were talking about the World Cup in 2022, when they were talking about moving it from Qatar, because they have human right violations and also the stadiums are killing people and whatnot. And they're talking about the only places they could put the infrastructure is the United States, because we have already the built-in infrastructure. You don't need to build stadiums. You don't need to build
Maybe
anything.
the UK, honestly. I mean,
probably
they
the
just
UK
did it
too.
in 2012, and they're pretty good with vaccinations right now.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of a mess right now.
They're moving it from Qatar.
No, there were talks of it a couple years ago, but
Damn.
they're not doing it. I mean, no countries want to host these things anymore.
Yeah.
They're just a giant mess for the country to host them.
It's kind of like rough to get stuck with the Olympics these days.
I mean, in 2024, the only country that bid was France, so it's going to France in 2024. In 2028, the only place that bid was Los Angeles, so it's gonna be in Los Angeles 2028.
Don't go to Los Angeles.
I thought it brought in
Will
like,
not be in Los Angeles in 2028. I can promise you that.
I thought
Imagine
it,
that traffic.
I thought it like brought in like a bunch of revenue. And wasn't Boston trying to?
Yeah, they were trying.
Yeah, for
they were
uh,
trying-
They
for
ever
this
went to
one, right?
Boston
For 2028.
no
Okay, that was
fucking
2028.
shot.
Yeah, they were trying to. There was a good
Imagine that
bid
was so long
That
ago.
would be absurd.
Why don't they want to host them anymore?
because it's just a fucking nightmare
It's
for
a
everyone
mess,
involved.
dude. You have all these
traffic,
people come in.
it's not
You're
as
talking
much.
about revenue, and I get that, but like, it's a fucking hassle. And a half.
It's not.
It's
it
not
doesn't
worth
bring in.
the
It's,
revenue.
it's overrated
I
in the
wouldn't
amount
go
of
nowhere near
the
Boston.
people whose money.
You want to come to Boston of all places? No way. You can't barely get around now.
Oh, I mean, like if the Olympics were in Boston, I would go to every fucking event.
That'd be
Good luck
sick.
getting into Boston, though. You got to get in
I
there.
live
I
in
live in
Boston.
Boston. Yeah.
Can you leave your apartment?
I mean, they probably have some events in Cambridge.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Probably
Not like the Harvard
Yeah.
like
They
complex.
probably like rebuild that shit. Fenway Park could be used for like some shit.
They were talking about using
baseball.
Northeastern's stadium for it.
Yeah.
Historic Matthews Arena.
Yeah, it's gonna be used for track and field stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. No, that'd be
But
sick.
anyway, that's not happening. No,
No.
I mean, it's cool if it goes to your, like, literally where you already live.
Yeah.
But, like,
Imagine you go to watch the Olympics in Boston. You're from like random country and got to ride the T, hop on the green line.
Oh, the green line. Fuck the green line. Green line. All my homies like the red line.
all right, rank your lines.
I mean, I've never taken the blue line.
Red line is terrible.
Red line's great.
Whoa,
what are you
what's
talking
wrong
about?
with
They're all terrible. It's the best one of the.
No, the red
The
line's
red
good.
one is the best one.
The red line's good. Orange line is
Okay.
Okay. Green line
second
sucks. I've never taken the. Apparently, the blue line's good. Anyway, this has been Massachusetts local transit.
MBTA talk.
MBTA talk.
John, where's my graphic?
Train.
Can you do that?
So, Sophie.
Going back to the clapping thing, I get that like you gotta wear a mask and spread out and stuff, and the capacity thing because they're still dealing with COVID or whatever. But why the clapping?
I assume
It's
you can
called-
clap. You just can't, like,
That's
yell.
like the
I
headline
just
here.
said no cheer.
No, no cheering.
Oh, isn't that
that's- that would be
isn't
clapping.
No, cheering
You
is
can't
like,
be like,
hey,
"Woo!"
go, or fuck you,
go
or whatever.
USA.
That's cheering.
Go Michael
Cheers and
Phelps.
jeers.
Fuck you, fucker.
Keep
Fuck you,
screaming.
fuck
But you can clap.
What?
Probably
Yeah.
you can clap. Yeah.
We make a mountain snack. You being
Okay.
Hey, no clap.
It's called
Snaggle, no problem. Fuck you.
Casey. It's called security theater, and it's just to make
really
people
is.
feel safer and say, "Hey, we're trying," when it's actually not
Hey.
doing anything.
You break
just
the
can't
rules
yell?
there, you can get in
Yeah.
some serious
Yeah.
shit. If
You
you break
just
the
can't
rules
talk
in the pen.
basically,
Pretty much.
And you can't fuck.
but you can clap.
No, they're allowed to
No,
fuck.
they're allowed to fuck. You just gotta have a condom.
Yeah.
So you can clap, but you can't yell.
Masks on,
Yeah.
though.
Uh-huh.
Masks on.
I only fuck. I only fuck with a mask on.
Put a mask on your dick.
That's called a condom, Nick.
They're giving you some.
During the pandemic, the only thing you put on your dick is a mask.
That is wild.
Right? I know, mask.
Social
dick,
distance.
why.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, I forgot to talk about this.
Distancing.
I forgot to talk about this in the NBA update. But did you guys
No
see Alex
more
Caruso got
NBA.
arrested last
Nope.
night?
Yeah, Alex Caruso.
Oh, that's what I thought we were
said
talking about.
that's
Speaking
the
of Sticky
HQ.
Icky.
No.
Oh, that's what I thought we were
Stay
doing.
off the weed. Duh.
Yeah, this is actually
2
the only
ounces.
NBA topic I'm interested in talking about.
Yeah.
What happened?
He got arrested for drug
Hear that, Nick?
possession.
They found a
You really
grinder.
gonna let him get by with that
He
one?
had a grinder.
Man, why are you so negative, man?
No. He's the only one he's interested in talking about is the one where someone's got weed.
He had less
Oh,
than-
yeah.
I think they said
Well, that would make sense. That's probably your weed dealer.
Are you
No.
kidding me?
Well,
Like,
so what
Alex
happened?
Caruso.
One is this guy like a big player?
He's
do you
from
know?
Russia.
No.
to LA, yes. To everyone else, no.
You know?
Do
He
I
was
know
the-
him? No, I don't smoke weed like you. I don't know him.
Alex Caruso. He's the guy who's bald on the Lakers. He was
a
LeBron's
NBA
white guy.
He looks like
NBA?
Elmer Fudd in Space Jam.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I don't know who this guy is.
arrest in
Anyways.
2021.
He's
Come
a
on
bench
now.
player, but like
He's LeBron's. He's LeBron's favorite player.
He's
yeah.
the X Factor.
He's the X Factor.
Yeah,
He's
wait,
LeBron's
actually,
favorite player.
how do you get arrested for weed in California?
Texas.
Oh, he was in Texas. Okay.
Yeah, so he had less than 2 ounces.
Everything's bigger in
I
Texas.
thought it was legal in Texas.
It is not legal in
guess not.
Texas.
Are you kidding me?
Not
They still have the
every state.
death penalty in Texas.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
does that have to do with weed?
I
they're
just
kind
making-
of-
got,
Because if
got
you
all this
have
stuff.
weed, you get killed.
You're gonna die.
All right, all
You
we
got
do-
weed, you're getting
Put him to the chair.
So Casey, is your
just
favorite
get
player
weed-
now?
Let's just get weed in case
Is your favorite player now?
Is he my favorite player?
Yeah.
No, he's not my
I'm surprised a
favorite
white player got arrested for weed though.
Right?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because lots of
Because
things.
look at Alex Caruso. You think he's gonna get arrested for anything?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been
All
shocked
right.
that.
We're not going down this road.
So yeah, he got released on bail though.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be. He'll pay a
It's gonna be
fine.
slap on the wrist.
Yeah, he'll pay a
I mean,
fine.
it's
Yeah, of
just
course.
fucking weed. I mean, come on.
Stay off the weed.
All right.
LeBron had to pick his son up.
Speaking of weed, LeBron,
Yeah, speak-
Alex, what are you doing?
Speaking
LeBron,
of
I got
weed,
in trouble again.
this guy flings trash bag filled with $20,000 worth of pot off the roof and triggers free for all down
That
below.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So a alleged drug dealer here tossed a garbage bag reportedly filled with pot off a Brooklyn rooftop to avoid being robbed.
To avoid being robbed?
Yeah. And the pedestrians on the street immediately grabbed all the weed and ran off.
I don't blame
So
him.
it's kind of counterproductive.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've been robbed.
Oh
I
no,
ain't getting robbed
So instead of
today.
getting robbed, you surrendered.
Everybody
Pretty
on
much.
the streets have my weed.
It's a gift.
Hey, bring that
back.
I don't want to get robbed, so I'm just gonna give all my stuff away.
Mine.
Yeah, what was he? Did he like think that he was gonna get robbed?
This
or
guy
what?
sounds like an idiot.
He probably was high.
Yeah,
He was getting
got paranoid.
chased. The demons were coming after him.
20K is a lot, though.
that is a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot to throw away.
There's a lot of weed.
Also, why did he throw it off the roof? Why didn't he just bring it, like walk it
why is he on the
downstairs?
roof? Why is he on the roof?
Was he in that much of a rush to get rid of it?
He was like
Yeah, but like even then, like you gotta run back down the stairs to go get it anyway.
This sounds like a movie.
Now, please tell me you don't say it rough. No. Okay, thank God. Gee, the fucking ways.
Oh, rough?
The rough.
He was. They were talking about throwing things off the roof, and then Nut goes, "You mean the rough?" I go, "Please don't go that way. Please don't."
Did any of you say like room instead of room?
AJ
I
does.
say that, but like I pronounce it like that.
We chilling
What do you
at the
mean?
Holiday Inn.
Like when I say
So-
it fast, like I say it like that.
Oh,
I
okay.
pronounce it differently, but like I understand that it's rude.
Yeah.
Johnny, or whoever put this topic in, you guys missed a very important detail here.
Oh, yeah?
The buyers pulled. He was having a drug deal, and the
Are
buyers
you there,
pulled.
Casey? Is that why you know this?
I guess
No,
he was the guy.
Oh, I remember this now.
the buyers pulled.
This guy.
The buyers pulled a gun on him, then jumped him, punching him and kicking him in a fight for the bag. Yeah.
Why were you the one punching?
All right, so yeah, he was
Robbing?
mid-chase,
Makes sense.
tried to ditch it. Unfortunate turn of events. Because someone on the streets just like, hey, free weed.
That'd be pretty.
It's in like a see-through thing, because like
Or it probably just
They're
smelled.
ripped. Yeah.
in like a see-through container or something like that.
Or yeah, it just probably
It
smelled.
probably reeked.
or smell.
Yeah, or someone sees a
$20,000
bag
worth.
drop to the street and he's just like, what the fuck? And he looks, and then,
It's like,
yeah. And then suddenly, you know, to this guy, it's like his worst day ever. But to a lot of people in Brooklyn, that was like a fantastic day for them.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
It's all about perspective. He made a lot of people's day better that day.
Yes.
Like Weed
He
Santa.
lost money.
Johnny
Made a lot of
Appleweed.
people happy.
It's like charity.
It's just
that.
back to the community.
Wow, what a great
Good
guy.
karma. Good karma.
All right, and wow, we got a lot of robbery going on here. We got a man accused of stealing 42,000 pounds of pistachios.
This is hilarious. This is hilarious.
That's nuts.
Good one, Johnny.
Thank you.
Approximately when did you think of that in terms of like putting this in the pit?
That's the only reason why I put it in.
Okay.
All right, we can move on.
Anyway, next topic.
Yeah, so
This guy stole 42,000
Why?
worth of pistachios.
Why is my
He
guy-
was nuts.
So,
Anyway.
so the story is, I have the story. So the pistachio company, it's called Touchstone Pistachio Company, and requested police investigate a theft last week after the company realized the pistachios were missing. And the investigation led to Fresno, where a guy was found to have all the pistachios, which he was reselling. He was reselling pistachios.
You know,
Yes.
that makes, to be honest, that makes more sense because in my head I was like, this guy really
no way
loves
he's eating all these
pistachios.
pistachios.
Like it makes a lot more sense that he's flipping them.
He'll
than
never have
like,
to buy pistachios.
He's a
again.
Tony Montana of pistachios.
You know who I am? I'm Tony Montana, and I got pistachios. You fuck with me, I take you all the hell.
Pistachios. That's hilarious.
Can you just imagine him on his table with just a bunch of
Well,
pistachios?
like the shells.
Of all the things to steal to resell, why
There's money in
I hear there's a
pistachios.
big-
Yeah, is there money in
Here there's a
pistachios?
big market for it.
Is there a big market in
The
pistachios?
black market of pistachios.
However, I will say, we as a company have recently came into about 52,000 sunflower seeds, and we've had a great time.
Yeah.
It's true.
We're not stealing them.
5,200.
5,200,
Yeah.
close enough.
Yeah.
John, don't give away a
I
position.
thought it was 5,400.
This number keeps changing.
I thought it was 56.
5,400.
Either way,
5,400.
if we've had this much fun with that many sunflower seeds, imagine how much fun he's having with that many pistachios.
Yeah.
We should do a brain.
Yeah, but I mean, would you have that much fun with that many seeds if you were by yourself?
Yeah.
If you're flipping it for
All
money,
right,
yeah.
we'll keep that shit down the yeah. We're not even gonna go down that road. We won't go down that road.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Call Plantis.
Did it say like how much money he was making off these?
Like,
does not
how much
say
does he
that.
We'll do
profit
the
in?
math. How much does 42,000 pounds of pistachios equal out to?
No, it's 40. Well, Wait, how much? Yeah, how much did he take?
42,000.
42,000.
42,000 pounds.
Wait, how did he get caught?
How did he transport?
He kept dropping shells wherever he was going. They kept following him down.
Yeah, a literal trail of shells.
No.
He was eating them as he was stealing them.
I couldn't help it. They're so damn
The
good.
detectives get there and they're like, wait a minute.
The magnifying glass is following the trail.
The lightly salted ones are the best.
Right up to his door of his apartment.
So they found it in a tractor trailer containing the pistachios. I wonder if they were loose. Just loose pistachios in a tractor
I'm
trailer.
imagining that sounds
Just a mound of
You know how you see like cars filled with like random shit? I can only imagine he's driving home with pistachios all over
Well,
his car.
42,000 pounds. That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know if you could put all that in your car.
Transporting.
With transporting.
It doesn't say how much he made off him.
No. Detectives found the pistachios were being moved from 2,000-pound sacks into smaller bags. So he stole probably about 21 sacks of 2,000-pound
Hey,
bags.
congratulations on stealing the sack, bitch.
that story about transporting?
Yeah. Yeah, with Big Mike. It's
With
hilarious.
transporting.
Did I tell all you guys this story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
All right.
Maybe.
All right, quick story.
Let's do it. Story time.
Speaking of transporting. So, a couple years ago, we were trying to do business in Japan.
What is that? All right.
No. But like, with the mugs, yeah, with the mugs.
We were trying to do
What did you think he was doing?
Business with Japan. We were,
with the Yakuza.
we were in cahoots with Japan.
Robert Kraft's my best client.
So anyway,
So anyway, Mike and I, we had to go get a suitcase because the guy was bringing back like 100 bat mugs back to Japan with him. So he goes, you guys have like a suitcase I can get to transport them all. So Angie's like, Mike and Nick, go to Marshall's down the street and go get a suitcase. So Mike and I are walking around trying to find the suitcase. We find a suitcase. He looks at me, I look at him like, you think this one will work? Yeah, probably. And I was like, all right, we'll get this one. we get up to the counter, and this lady must have been like 75 years old. That was like literally was probably just doing it just to keep herself busy. And she was like, oh, hey, how you doing? I was like, good, how you doing? And she goes, oh, you guys going on a trip or something? And I said with a dead straight face and go, we're transporting. She was dead silent. Mike looked at me and he's like,
What?
Like a drunk
She was she was thinking about that all day. Like, what were they
she was fucking wrapped.
Yeah, like what?
She was like, what?
We're
And Mike's like,
transporting.
all right, the FBI and shit are going to be in
And
like
I
5
bet you
minutes.
the last thing on her mind was, oh, they're transporting bat mugs. That is the last thing she was
Like, we're
thinking.
transporting.
She probably got that. She
That's
probably understood.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
Mike was literally
transport.
like,
You think this
what
one
the
will work?
fuck?
Yeah, this one will work.
We're transporting.
That's awesome.
Transporting.
Marshmallow.
Hey, technicality, I wasn't lying.
And my favorite one of your stories is marshmallows. Classic.
Oh, that's a great one too.
That was hilarious.
That's fucking hysterical.
Oh,
Well, that's when we used to do Food Fridays.
Oh, marshmallows.
Classic.
Classic. They are classic.
You have marshmallows for Food Friday?
No, they're just walking by marshmallows.
No, I know the
Walking by
story, but did you end up getting them?
No, but they're classic.
They're classics.
No, but they're classic.
No, they're classics.
Are they not?
Marshmallows.
So you didn't get them?
No, I did not get them.
But they're classics. Casey, where's your head at,
I just want to say this
did
real
you
quick.
get
These people,
Third
look
time.
at these
No,
names.
I didn't get them.
All right.
Blaine and Blaze. So this happy Father's Day Papa loved Blaine, spelled B-L-A-Y-N-E, and Blaze, spelled B-L-A-I-Z-E.
I want to know what the father's name
On their
is.
birth certificate, it's like written in like a flame font.
I was about to say, are they like Pokemon trainers?
I mean, the Red Sox drafted someone last year, Blaze Jordan. This is
Yeah.
Blaze
Blaze
Jordan.
Jordan.
Blaze Jordan.
Stud. No, he's actually.
That's a pretty sick name.
Stud.
Dude, can't lie.
When you
Stud.
name your kid that, he's either going to become like a star athlete
Or a drug
he's
dealer.
like
Just a complete asshole.
Well, you know the story with Chet and Colin Hanks. How much naming
Yes,
a
yes,
kid
yes.
changes their future.
Do not name your kid
Chet.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't do it. Don't ruin your kid's life by naming him Chet.
All right. Speaking of ruining your life, this TikToker goes viral after discovering an outline of a dead body with a case number underneath her carpet.
What?
Oh,
So this woman, we had the video that's from the TikTok. This woman moved into an apartment knowing that someone had died there previously to her moving in there. And she, she was taking up her carpet, replacing carpet and whatnot, and she saw the literal, not chalk outline because they don't do that anymore, but it was a marker outline of the dead body
It looked like bloodstain.
and bloodstains. Here, we'll play it real quick. This is the video. So
You sure this not?
this is the video of the body. That's the chalk outline of the dead body.
You know what? I don't know if I believe this.
Well, believe it,
Who
John.
knew?
And then you can see the blood stain.
All right, so
right, it's
does
ketchup.
anyone know like the backstory, like how this person may have died?
She did more TikToks. Let me find the. Let me look it up.
Because like a murder or
Cloud
like an
chaser.
accident. Because if there's like blood and stuff.
It
Like,
worked.
Cloud chaser.
We're talking about it.
yeah, I mean it makes you think of whether or not they could have easily just drew that up.
It's 100.
I mean, there's a blood stain.
It makes you think.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a
Is it
blood stain.
is it blood though?
Is it?
Were you there? Did
Yeah.
you taste it?
I did.
Did you taste?
Is that how you tell if it's blood?
Taste, oh yeah, it tastes like
blood.
suck your blood.
Delicious.
Let's operate on the fact that if it is real, that is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
if it is real, that's
I
creepy.
got a question for you
Well,
guys.
we could be getting hoax.
She knew that someone got killed.
Yes.
That is
Okay.
horror movie
She
type
could be
shit.
pulling a Mentai Teo on us.
Yeah.
So, well, Manti Teo got. He wasn't the one scamming. He
Maybe.
got scammed by Matt
Maybe she's the killer.
Ooh.
Manti-Teo.
But what was I saying?
Mentai
That's
Teo.
hilarious.
Would you live in a house? Would you buy a house where someone got murdered in?
Is it discounted for that reason?
Yes.
Absolutely.
No
Has
way.
anyone lived in this house
You ever
since?
seen Sinister?
I gotta know whether this house is haunted before or not.
Come on.
I think if it was within like the last 5 years, I'd have a problem with it.
So if it was year 6, you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, year 6, fine.
Sometimes you gotta.
Honestly, I don't think I would care that much.
I mean,
oh my god.
I
The
got
place that you sleep in, the place that you're fucking.
Dave, all the movies are
Okay,
telling
let's
me
be honest. Okay, the house that Johnny and I currently live in, I found out recently, it was built in 1871.
Oh, someone
People have died in that apartment for sure.
Okay, but not like murder.
but
Yeah, but like there's it's
Murder
not
and
just-
death, dying are two different things.
I don't know what your guys' belief.
Got bad
ghosts
juju.
and stuff like that. But like, if you're murdered, like. Some like spirits and stuff can
No,
still, like,
I don't
stay
believe-
behind.
I don't believe that at
my
all.
God, dude,
So that's where I come from.
If the person got murdered because they live in the house and that's just like a thing that happens, I probably wouldn't move in there.
Well,
Why would you
okay,
get
yeah.
murdered
If it was
because
like
it's a
the last, if it was like the last 7 tenants here were murdered,
so the
then I would be like, all right, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, so over the last 5
You don't want to be
years-
number 8, Dave?
In the last 5 years, we had 3 people killed in this apartment.
It was all accidents. They all fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's like a
Put on
consistent
sports
thing.
nuts. I fell down the stairs.
Grandma fell down the stairs.
She got run over by a reindeer.
If it's 2 people, are you still out?
Like 2 people have been murdered in this house, like separate people.
Yeah,
That's a trend.
It's a trend.
There's something going
Yeah.
on.
I
right,
think
Dave,
I'd be
you're
okay
next.
You
with
guys
one-
could all live in places where someone's been murdered, and the realtors probably just don't tell you about it because they don't have to.
Yeah, but like, okay, if 2 people, if on 2 separate
might not even
occasions
know.
someone's been murdered in the house, I probably wouldn't live there. It is a trend.
Did they ever tell you if it's recent? I thought.
If it's recent, they do.
Yeah.
They
If
can't.
it was probably the
should.
okay, I think if it's the reason that the house is on the market, that's probably what they have to tell you.
Why is it so cheap? Oh, last time it was
The
murdered.
Conjuring house. Oh, why is
Could you
this
imagine who's living in
Dude,
Aaron
I'm telling you,
Hernandez's home right now?
Sinister.
boy.
He
Yeah,
bought the
Well,
house
his home was
because it was super cheap.
His last home was a
Because
prison
somebody
cell.
was murdered.
Fuck that.
But there's a show on Quibi, the Quibi, which was like that streaming service that like made 7-minute shows, called Murder House Flip, where the premise of the show, it was half house flipping show and half murder investigation stuff, like true
Really?
crime. Yeah.
Was
And
it
so
a good
they'd go
show?
into murder houses where people were murdered. Like the first episode that I watched, this guy was a serial killer in San Francisco, and he would bury the bodies in the backyard.
Yeah, that I wouldn't live there. That's too far for me.
It's like your dog sniffing around.
Yeah.
right.
In a hole and finds bones.
So like,
Oh, what'd you find, bud?
Oh, a skull. Oh.
and they flipped the house where the people were living. And like, so this is where the bodies were. So we're gonna put a nice little gazebo there instead. Like that was literally what happened in the first episode.
Let's cover this up.
It was absolutely wild.
I love that.
What can you do to make this feel more homey?
A gazebo. Honoring the dead.
Speaking of wild, you hear this fucking shit. New York Times finds no DNA, no tuna DNA in Subway tuna sandwiches.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
not shocking.
Now, I was gonna say, is anyone surprised?
Yeah, I am.
You are
Nothing from
All right,
surprised?
so Dave, tell
It's the
tell him
fucking
what Brett
Subway.
thinks.
Oh yeah,
Anything
so
from us?
last year.
No, it's not the Subway. It's the Subway restaurant.
Yeah.
Listen to this thing. No, the Subway, like the Subway. The Subway.
I hope there's no tuna DNA around
Like
there.
Subway.
I buy my sandwiches
like they're
from
saying-
Like, eat
Subway.
fresh? Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it.
that they're not finding
Yeah,
real
eat fresh.
tuna in their tuna.
So yeah, there's no tuna DNA in that tuna. So last
too
year
much
an
tuna.
Irish court I think ruled that the bread has too much sugar in it, and like in Subway bread, there's too much sugar in it for it to be legally considered bread.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what,
Where's this?
pastry or
So
whatever
people
they
were-
call
I don't know, yeah,
debating
like
what it's
cake,
called.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
People literally were debating like what is it actually? Just like a pastry.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything
pastry or
better to
something
do?
like that?
She Louise.
Well, I mean,
Well,
isn't this
I
their
mean,
job? Don't they have to? The
Finding
FT
out there's no tuna in the tuna fish
No,
sandwiches.
I get that. I'm talking about the freaking sugar with the
Oh,
bread.
yeah.
oh no, I think they were
I
getting
don't-
sued for some other reason.
So this is under a
and then
1972
that was
tax
like-
law.
Subway last week.
And under a 1972 tax law in
have the
Ireland,
tuna, not tuna.
the sugar content of bread cannot exceed 2% of the weight of flour in the dough.
All
Subway,
right, let's get Abraham in here. He's our fucking expert.
Subway bread was found to have a sugar content of about 10%.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
So yeah, I think it's considered
Subway,
cake.
they say eat fresh. Not really the freshest food in the world.
Yeah, that's
The guy lost weight.
It's better than.
Yeah, and then he did something else later. I
He's a
forget.
pedophile.
But he
That's
lost
okay.
weight, so it's okay.
Do you
Hey,
think?
fucking whatever to kids, you know?
All right. We're not going down this
I was
road.
trying to spare us from that.
Let's not go down this road here.
You gotta give him the cold
Jared
hard
from
fact.
Subway.
So if it's not tuna, what is it?
Not.
Various fish, probably.
No, it's probably not
fish
fish.
they can
It's
find.
probably like substance.
Sardines.
What is
No,
it?
it
What
probably
is
is
it,
like
Tiger
just
King?
some cheap fish,
No,
you
it's
know,
probably
like
the
they just
cheapest
pretty cheap.
thing.
What'd they get it from
Tuna's
Walmart?
not
Just
that
like
cheap, is it?
Joe Exotic?
It's like for a candy, you probably get like less than $2.
You used to get like 99-cent tuna.
I know.
I guess so.
I like eating tuna. I make tuna sandwiches.
Chicken of the sea, baby.
Good thing I stopped that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not big on
You don't
tuna.
got
Where were you
mercury
getting your
poisoning?
99-cent tuna from?
Back then were absolutely atrocious.
Thank you.
Where? Thank you.
I
Where were you
just-
getting?
I just assumed it was like imitation crab, where it's like just a mix of like random white fish that they like mix with some other flavor in and spices or whatever. And
Whatever.
Fucking.
I remember
All
there was an
that
episode
stuff.
of, it was Kitchen Nightmares. Not to get off topic.
I
but it
love
was
Kitchen
That
Nightmares.
show's so
Yeah,
good.
so
great
great.
show.
And he went to a place, so it was like a seafood place, and there was crab, but it was spelt differently. It was spelled with like a K instead of a C. And they go, "Why is it spelled like this?" And the chef was like, "Oh, I don't want people to be confused and think it's real crab." And he's like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I don't want people. I'm not trying to sell a false product." He goes, "What are you selling? It's not crab." He goes, "Yeah, I don't want people to think it's real crab when it's not." He goes, "What does that mean?"
What was it? Imitation?
It was probably
it was
yeah.
fake. It was just like fake meat, kind of.
I mean, to be honest, most of the crab rangoons you've ever had in your life are probably imitation
Crab
crab.
rangoons are fucking bomb. So
Like unless you get them at like a nice restaurant, I would just
Whatever.
assume that it's like
crab.
the
Crab rangoon gets a pass.
canned
The crab
like
with a
yeah.
K.
crab rangoon gets a
Yeah,
pass
crab
for
with a
me.
K.
Yeah, if you see crab with a K, I'd probably not. I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't get it. I was dying at that episode though. It was so funny. It's like, what does this mean?
It's not a comedy show, right?
What happened?
It's not a comedy show.
I mean, it
is
is
a
still
comedy
funny.
show.
Yeah, it
though.
depends how you look at it.
It is
He
a
go-
comedy
he
It's just
shits on him.
entertainment.
It's so. I hated him. Like he's like a dick. I mean, he's
a giant asshole.
But like you watch
That's why
this
he's
show,
entertaining.
Like
Who?
it's so
Gordon Ramsay.
You watch those shows like Kitchen Nightmares or Hell's Kitchen. So entertaining.
fantastic.
So entertaining.
Hotel Hell.
Hotel Hell.
Also a good one.
There's some gem episodes.
Yeah.
There's some.
Robert Irvine at Restaurant Impossible was pretty fucking good, though.
Well, this
I don't even know that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, where
He
is
went to a diner in Chelmsford. Save it.
Did he?
Yeah. Has since closed.
All right.
Well, I guess he didn't do his good job.
Gordon Ramsay to come to my restaurant.
Bro, I hate the Phantom Gourmet. Phantom Gourmet pisses
Phantom
me
Gourmet.
off.
You do?
I hate the Phantom
Why?
Gourmet.
All right,
Well,
John,
you-
tell us what we got here. What do we hate about it?
What is
I
it?
don't know. He's just
Someone give
annoying.
me
Yeah.
a non-local.
Vent
yeah,
to
it's
us.
a local thing. Huh?
Vent to us. Why do you hate Phantom Gourmet?
It's just annoying. It's the only thing that's on Saturday mornings.
Okay.
I'm trying to watch something else.
You don't
It's
watch
the only thing
cartoons?
The one thing about Phantom Gourmet that I don't like is that it's only in New England. I wish it was like all the country.
Yeah,
That's why I'm asking what it
I kind of
is.
forgot it was just.
It's
so,
like a
so it's basically
they
a,
review restaurant.
yeah, it's like this. Like he goes and reviews restaurants all around New England, and then the whole shtick is the Phantom Gourmet. Ooh, it's
After
like, it's
they
kinda like a
leave,
Phantom
you
of the
literally
Opera
like put a
thing.
sticker on your thing saying like the
Phantom Gourmet was here.
Yeah.
Like the
Mr. Max has it, and I'm like,
Guy Fieri's like his mark on the diner drive-ins
My
and
dad,
dives.
Oh, yeah,
owned
yeah.
an Italian
There's a-
restaurant, and they came, and then he literally like it was just a big thing. Like he had the sticker, like Phantom Gourmet was here.
I forgot it was a local thing before.
the Guy Fieri mark is so cool.
Yeah, the Guy Fieri mark is more legit.
Oh, Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri's cool.
If you don't,
He seems like a cool guy. He might be ridiculous, but he actually does seem like a good dude.
I mean, he has a restaurant at Foxwoods.
He's a great
Pretty
guy.
solid. Expensive as fuck, but
Anything in a casino is going to be expensive
Yeah.
as fuck.
I got a drink. I got like a. It was
guys
like, you know those
don't know
like
the
sugar
casino
drinks,
life,
kind
They
of.
don't know. They
It's
don't
like
get
a-
it
It's like
They
the
don't
smoke
get the
comes
grind.
out and stuff
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
It was something like that, but without the smoke in the presentation. $25. $25.
That's too
They
much.
have
Okay.
one for 50 that you split with people.
Dante, you don't get the casino grind like Colin does over here.
I hope you know, one day this summer I'm sending all of you guys a photo of me in Twin Rivers.
Good.
I mean, you're gonna be there every day.
I was
so it's not gonna be hard.
I was at.
You can just
Twin Rivers.
FaceTime us.
When I
Yeah.
graduated high school and I turned 18, I was at Twin Rivers no less than like 3 times a week.
Jesus.
Me and my
Three
friend
times
went-
a
Yeah,
week?
me and my
Yeah,
buddy
I
went
can't
for a walk.
exactly.
How much money did you blow through?
I made a lot of money actually.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not
What's
gambling.
what's your game?
I'm sports gambling
What'd
and
you play?
casino gambling. I play black.
Those are the only two types of gambling.
I love blackjack.
I love blackjack.
We should do a poker game here.
Dante.
Oh, I
Sports,
love
you said
that.
sports gambling and
never ends.
casino gambling.
I suck
But
at
what
sports
other gambling is there?
Casino gambling. I'm not. What?
So you said you're really good at sports gambling and casino gambling, but what other gambling is there?
Horses?
Yeah.
That's
No,
sport.
I said
guess it's
I'm
still a
terrible
sport.
at sports gambling, but casino gambling.
You got slot
Okay.
You play,
machines?
you play like electronic, like
That's
blackjack?
casino
No,
gambling.
real blackjack.
Yeah,
I can't do electronic.
I'm too nervous for a real table.
Go
I
back.
mostly just feel like I'm gonna I know how to play blackjack. I'm
Yeah.
probably bad at it,
shit's great,
but
dude.
I think if I were to go to a table, I would just be like blowing money
Same.
so
Yeah.
fast.
I
And
played-
also just like nervous I'm gonna fuck something up.
Yeah.
One time I got 2 quick casino things. One time I was at a electronic thing, and I guess with like blackjack, it's like there's like rules where it's like, oh, if they're showing this, you hit on this. There's like kind of rules you have to follow.
Yeah, it's-
so
there's
you
a
don't
lot.
like so you don't screw over the other players. I didn't know the rules, so I'm hitting and I'm rolling the dice here, and these 2 women are getting pissed because they're like,
No, it's a team
because they're
thing.
like, yeah, I didn't know
It
it
really
team
is,
thing.
'cause you're trying to
which
go
it's
against-
not. It's not. It's stupid.
So
It's
like,
not.
so let's say there's 5 people at the table. It's 5v1. You're
Yeah,
trying to
it's
go
not.
against the deal.
It's not. And then so
You ever count
So I'm
cards?
like hitting it. I'm winning.
can't.
Like,
You're not
they're
supposed to
losing,
do that.
And they're like you weren't
It's
supposed to
illegal.
hit on that. You weren't supposed to hit on
Yeah.
that. They're getting
People
pissed.
know
That,
you're
that
right.
21 movie's a good movie. If you
Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah.
That's a good
There
movie.
was once I went to Fox.
I haven't thought about the movie in a while.
And me and my buddies
Not a
went
great,
up to a table,
not a great cast.
and these 2 guys were sitting there, and like they
Who's
were
that
like,
professor
"You guys
again?"
can't sit here. Like we're going through the entire deck. Like we already have this shit
Definitely
planned
not
out."
game.
And I was like, "You guys are fucking tryhards."
He is.
That's ridiculous. But I understand what they were doing.
Totally shuts
but
up
at the same
everything
time, I
else
was
he's
like,
ever done.
One time I was playing craps at a live table, and like I didn't know how to play, but like so I got the dice to like roll. Now it was raining outside, so I had this on like kind of like long, like baggy, like rain jacket, and so I get the dice. He like throws more at me. I get the dice, and like I don't know, my jacket's annoying me, so I want to like switch hands. So like I roll up my sleeve and I switch the dice in my other hand, and the dealer's
They were like,
"What the fuck was
Yeah.
that?" And it was the first time I ever been to the casino, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry.
And they're like, what the fuck did you do? And I was like, I was like showing, I was like, I did nothing. And then like the other guy who was there, like kind of knew we were new. He's like, no, he's fine. And he's like looking at me the whole, he's like, don't do that again. Like, okay, so he thought I like switched the dice.
Yeah,
or
right. You
something.
thought you were switching out with some weighted
Yeah.
dice or whatever.
So,
You get taken out back at the ship.
Yeah.
I
They
know I'm gonna be great at
probably
the
saw the
casino.
panic in your eyes, and we're just
Yeah.
like, this kid's not like switching his dice
He's just
right
a
now.
child. He's
Like,
just a child.
kids had no
That's
idea.
not the only thing he switches.
I actually want to learn. I would love to learn how to play craps, but I have no fucking.
I want to play
Is
crabs.
that's
I
the
want
big like oval table.
Yeah, you throw it on.
Yeah, a ton of people are on it. People get.
I don't know how to play craps either. I
have
learned at some
no
point,
clue.
and then I forgot.
I could definitely learn how. I
A
just
hard 8. Boom.
I'm just
you
a
got-
Texas Hold'em man. I'm a simple man.
Yeah, I like
don't know
Hold'em.
what
Gotta-
that means.
But you can't play. It's hard to play
Blow
Hold'em in
on
a
it.
casino.
Oh yeah,
French
I would
check.
never do it in a casino because then I'm just gonna lose
So much.
every
Especially
single
with
hand.
Celtic.
The only time I played at the casino.
Put it in your
Shove it
mouth.
ass.
The only time I've ever played a casino, I was in Atlantic City. Atlantic City casinos are the
been there.
saddest place in the
I
world.
hate that
Why
fucking
is it?
place.
Atlantic City is the most depressing place in the entire universe.
Imagine
It's for
Vegas,
the
but
it's
sad.
the gambling addicts that
Exactly.
can't get to Vegas.
Exactly. And
just
like
broke
everything
hog.
is like out of business. Like half
Yeah.
the casinos are just like have gone under.
It's just a rundown place.
It's a rundown place.
Fucking awful place outside of there.
Oh yeah,
too, like,
terrible.
driving in there.
Yeah, it's just
awful
it's
place.
gross and seedy. So I go and I'm playing this like there's this hold'em table where you're playing against the dealer. I didn't really know what it was, but it was fun. It was a small buy-in, like a $10 buy-in. So I play a little bit. I just turned 21 like 2 weeks ago, so it was like my first time in a casino, and yeah, I don't gamble.
Hey, talk to us calm when you get there, right?
Yeah.
I can
So-
go now, and I'm 19.
I'm
Talk
there.
to us when you can drink.
I'm playing. I'm playing for like 60, 70 bucks. You know, whatever I lose.
The big bucks.
I'm sitting next to this guy, this old Asian man, who was gambling. You know, this is a $10 table. He lost, I swear, like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000.
Christ.
Still go fucking hard.
He was just like losing all of his money.
Yeah,
and at some
that's
point, I just
Atlantic
left because I
City.
felt too bad for the guy to keep sitting next to him and watching him like gamble his life away. It's so sad. Ugh.
That's the problem. Once they lose, they want to try to get it
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
A little more, and then that's
It's
how
at
they
a
get
certain point, it's a sunk cost.
Sunk
Gotta
cost
just give
fallacy.
up at some point.
you. Oh, my girlfriend's parents go down there all the time, and I scratch my head, and I'm like,
To Atlantic City. Yeah. My-
I'd rather buy like 1,000 lotto tickets than spend $1,000 in
I might be
in
going
Atlantic
down there in a
City.
few weeks. A friend of mine has a place around there. So,
So we're going.
yeah, we can go.
We're just
Alright.
gonna
all right,
put our,
send
put our
us a
paycheck
postcard.
on black.
Just me looking really sad inside of a casino.
Just Johnny crying at a table.
Or just me like this.
Although there are some really, there are some good shows down there.
Yeah, and they're good beaches too.
Oh, okay,
So,
true.
Cool. Nick, you ready for the joke of the day?
speaking of Atlantic City, this joke that I'm about to tell you was from one of the comedian shows down in Atlantic City.
Who was it, if you remember?
Some big fat guy.
Okay.
Big fat Italian guy.
Big Italian. No, that's not Italian.
It's a big fat Italian guy.
I didn't hear the Italian part.
Big fat Italian guy.
All
That's all I
right.
remember.
The big fat Italian comedian.
All right, so here's my joke of the day.
Here we go.
Husband and a wife, they decide to take a trip to Jerusalem.
This joke.
All right.
Are you gonna mess this one up like this?
Before
like
I
the nuts one
continue,
last
I
week?
am going to make this loud and clear to both people here and people who are watching. I am not trying to make fun of any religion of any kind. It is just a joke.
Disclaimer. I'm
It
glad
is just a joke.
I'm glad you have to give that.
All right.
Before you tell your joke, I just googled big fat Italian comedian. The first 3 articles about fat Italian comedians who just died.
I mean, this guy could. He was.
guy's probably dead.
I mean, this guy literally was bigger than a fucking higher.
When was
so
this?
probably was.
When was
When was this?
When was this? When did you? When was the show that you saw?
2019.
2019. Okay.
Oh, he
so
died,
it's
not
this guy died in
those
14. This guy
two
died in 17. Okay.
If you really want the
He's
answer,
safe.
I can get you the answer.
All right, we'll
I'm in.
figure it out.
I'll call up my girlfriend's parents. I'll get the answer.
Let's
for
hear
you.
his joke.
All right. So a husband and a wife go to Jerusalem and they want to go take a trip. So they go check out, where Jesus was buried, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Check out the sites, everything like that. So they go back to their room, and next morning, husband gets out of bed, goes, gets coffee. Wife's still in bed. All right. Well, you going to get up? Gonna get up? She doesn't get up. She died in her sleep. No cause for any reason, whatever.
That's hilarious.
That fucking goal.
How'd you think of that?
So he's all distraught. Like he's like, I don't know what just happened. My wife just died. She just died in her sleep. So he goes and talks to a priest about it. And the priest is like, I'm really sorry about your wife. Blah blah. It seemed like you guys were having a great time here. He goes, so what are you gonna do with her? He goes, what do you mean? What am I gonna do with her? I'm gonna go bring her back to the States and bury her. He goes, well, you can come and you can bury her here in Jerusalem for $600. Or you can bury her back in the United States for $6,000. It's totally up to you. Whatever you want to do, we can make the arrangements. So the husband talks to the priest and he goes, I really appreciate that, but I'm going to bring my wife back home to the United States and bury her at home. The priest goes, are you sure about that? I mean, I can save you a bunch of money. Husband talks to the priest and he goes, no, I'm 100% sure. Because I know that when you bury people here, they come back to life.
Jesus.
Literally.
That's good. All
That's
right.
the joke of the day.
Boom.
It's starting out very dark.
Yeah.
And that's all we got for
I expect it to be
today.
more offensive too.
Hit us with the
Yeah, that's not
offensive at all.
Hey, it's 2021. I gotta put a disclaimer out first.
I feel like it's fair that you got to start with like, so they're going to Jerusalem. By the way, I'm not making fun of anyone's religion.
Yeah.
You're just gonna cross your T's and cross your I's.
Yeah.
Cross your eyes. Dot your eyes.
Dot your I's, cross your T's. Same
your eyes.
concept. Same difference.
Cross your eyes.
All right, is that all we got today?
Yep.
All right. All right, thanks for enjoying our show today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn those notifications on because tonight, not yesterday, tonight will be the new Office games. There was a new Snack Time, the Muscle Milk. Shout out to Andrew Castro for sending those to us. If you're watching, what's up, buddy? And then we had a new episode come out yesterday on who's going to buy this. Am I going to get any kind of credit? Thank you. Thank you. Finally got it down. No hesitation. And
Sports Nuts.
Sports Nuts is coming today?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
A new episode of Sports Nuts will be coming out today. Anytime, or did it just come out?
It's already out.
It's already out.
All right, it's already out. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, if you're still driving to work, go ahead and check that out. Listen to that on the way to work. And yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Same crew, same shit, different topics. That's a wrap. Later.